So yesterday, March 4th, we got the story of Kobe Bryant winning an Oscar for his poem Dear Basketball that was made into an animated short movie. And what I'm going to show in this video is how this story and his Oscar win was absolutely scripted by the numbers. And I'm going to show what is called gematria, the practice of coding numbers into words and phrases that is used to script our sports leagues. Every single sports game, this is used. Our mainstream media codes their articles with this same system. So if you don't believe me, check out the links in the description. Learn how to apply this for yourself. It's very, very simple. You just have to know how to use addition and, know your 26 letters. But every day, we get stories coded by the numbers, just like this. And when Kobe Bryant first announced that Kobe Bryant was nominated for this, I had a feeling that he was going to win because they nominated him 41 days before the Oscars. And in gematria, Dear Basketball equals 41, just like Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant equals 41 in gematria. So they nominated him 41 days for this Oscar before he wins it. And then it's all super coded to the number 41. Notice that Kobe Bryant also equals 113 in gematria, just like Dear Basketball equals 113. If you look up the film Dear Basketball came out on April 23rd of 2017. April 23rd is the 113th day of the year. Dear Basketball equals 113, Kobe Bryant equals 113. That's why they released that short film on the 113th day of the year. And to put it in perspective, Michael Jordan also equals 113. The National Basketball Association equals 113. Remember, Kobe's final game was against the Utah Jazz. Utah Jazz equals 113. And Jordan even first retired 1 month and 13 days after Kobe Bryant's birthday. And remember, he retired the second time on January 13th, a lot like 113. And he even played baseball for 1 year, 1 month, and 3 days. Lots of other examples. But just wanted to put it in perspective. It's absolutely coded by the numbers. Kobe, also his poem came out on November 29th of 2015. If you go from November 29th of 2017 to the day he won the Oscar, it was a span of 3 months and 4 days, which is interesting because the Oscars were on March 4th, 3/4. If you write out Oscar in gematria, it even equals 34. And also 56, and if you write out 34, 34 equals 56. So a perfect day for the Oscars. It was even synced up to, the date that Kobe Bryant came out with that poem. And that date was also significant to Philadelphia, and Kobe Bryant was synced up to the Philadelphia Eagles winning the Super Bowl and whatnot I talked about previously. We even got the Stoneman Douglas Eagles, right? The Stoneman Douglas Eagles, that high school shooting. Tons of stuff synced up to the Eagle landing on the moon, such as the Falcon Heavy launch and whatever else. Lots of eagle symbolism. And the reason that's so interesting is because one of the big deals about Kobe Bryant winning the Oscar was all about the Me Too movement and whatnot, and Time's Up movement. And they said, Kobe Bryant had the rape allegations in 2003 or whatever, and now he's winning the Oscar when the big theme is all about sexual harassment and whatever else. Time's Up in gematria equals 41, just like Dear Basketball, just like Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant, even on his final game that was absolutely scripted, where he scored 60 points, and it was synced up to the death of Moses Malone, who equals 41 in gematria. But anyway, go watch that game. They took him out with 4.1 seconds left even. 4.1, absolutely scripted by the numbers. And the reason that I mentioned all of the Philadelphia Eagle stuff in regards to this sexual allegation thing, if you look up Kobe Bryant's sexual allegation case in 2003, it was in Eagle County where he had to go to the jail or whatever, or that's where it took place. the sheriff's office in Eagle, Colorado. And it was actually in Edwards, Colorado, but the sheriff's office was in Eagle, Colorado, and Edwards, Colorado is in Eagle County. And we'll just point out some things here really quick. Kobe in Jewish gematria equals 67. The girl was supposedly 19 years old, Caitlin Faber. 19 years old. The 19th prime number is 67. And Eagle, Colorado equals 67. And also 113 like Kobe Bryant. And Edwards, Colorado equals 67 and 157. Kobe Bryant equals 157 in reverse, right? 67, 67, 67. Would you believe that Caitlin Faber, her birthday was even 67 days before Kobe Bryant's birthday? Los Angeles Lakers in gematria equals 67. Her name in Jewish gematria equals 670, which is interesting because if you take off the 0, it's even like a 67. Just absolutely scripted by the numbers. It even took place 10 months and 9 days after Kobe Bryant's birthday. Los Angeles equals 109. If you go back and watch the game where Kobe Bryant tore his Achilles against the Golden State Warriors, go back and watch that. Kobe was 34 years old and he had to go back in and shoot his 2 free throws. And when he did, he made the score 109 to 109. 34 years old, scored his 34th point. There's all kinds of 34 with Kobe Bryant. He came back exactly 34 weeks later. Everybody thought that was too early. Comes back 34 weeks later. Also, he couldn't play with Shaquille O'Neal anymore. Shaquille O'Neal wore number 34. Just before he announced his retirement, the Warriors beat the Lakers by 34 points even. And Kobe Bryant, the year that he announced his retirement, 2015, it was 33 days after the 333rd anniversary of Philadelphia. And in Jewish gematria, Philadelphia Eagles even equal 333. And that was the 333rd year of Philadelphia being founded. It was the 239th year of the United States, which was the year that Pope Francis came to America. And he went to the White House on 23/9. Or also, 9/23. And he came to America on his 923rd day of being the Pope and went to the White House at what we were told at 9:23 in the morning on 9/23. And earlier in that year, there was a Philadelphia train wreck that supposedly happened at 9/23. And remember that movie, Trainwreck, came out that summer with LeBron James and Amy Schumer. And the movie begins with LeBron James' character, or with Amy Schumer's character, is 9 years old. And the rest of the movie takes place 23 years later. LeBron James in Jewish gematria equals 923. All scripted by the numbers. Even in this Kobe Bryant thing, Kobe Bryant did the whole shut up and dribble. That was another thing in the controversy. For one, shut up and dribble equals 94, just like Deer basketball and reverse reduced as well. But they were showing us LeBron James, and LeBron James called out Donald Trump on 9/23, if you recall. Earlier in the year, 2017, he called out Donald Trump on 9/23, which is the same day Donald Trump called out the kneeling during the NFL. That was all synced up to the flag symbolism. And that's why Philadelphia was in the Super Bowl, because the flag was supposedly sewn at 239 Arch Street. But anyway, it was on 9/23, right, that LeBron James called him out. And then the lady who said shut up and dribble was talking about LeBron James's comments on the uninterrupted. Uninterrupted equals 923. You tell me they don't code this by the numbers? Uninterrupted, 923. Notice uninterrupted. Hold on. Notice it equals 185 as well. Just like Donald John Trump. 185. And he's calling out Donald Trump. And 923, when he first called out, he called him a you bum as well. You bum. That equals 51. LeBron James, with the S exception, equals 51. Cleveland equals 51. Cleveland Cavs equal 51. Quicken Loans equal 51. Remember, LeBron James got a sports championship to Cleveland for the first time in 51 years. And then after he does it, Donald Trump has his national convention in Cleveland at Quicken Loans Arena. You know, it's all a huge script. He wins on the real King James's birthday. King James wins the NBA Finals. But what I wanted to point out in regards to the number 51, Donald Trump and LeBron James both visited the White House on November 10th of 2016 on the same day. November 10th, the day that leaves 51 days in the year. And if you go from November 10th to 9/23, it's a span of 318 days. Look what Cleveland Cavaliers equal in gematria. 318. The day that leaves 51 days in the year. LeBron was even Jerome from the Martin Lawrence TV show for Halloween. And, you know, LeBron was Jerome. That Martin Lawrence show, Martin Lawrence was 51 years old when the Cavs won the first championship in 51 years. And it's all about Channel 51 and whatever else, you know. All scripted by the numbers. LeBron James was Prince for Halloween the year before Prince died. And Kevin Love was Jackie Moon, and then Prince died on the night of a full moon. Prince has the song I Would Die For You, and he uses the letter U, right? U is the 21st letter. 4/21, and he died on April 21st, 4/21. So we'll leave it at that. You know, apply this for yourself. I'm telling you. If you're a sports fan, learn your favorite players' gematria. You won't be surprised. It's probably synced up to the name of the team that they're playing for. And just watch some of the games and listen to what the announcers say. When, you know, watch how it plays out. They'll stop the clock at a certain time on big events and whatever else. And you'll see why they stop the clock at a certain time, because it's fitting for the gematria of the certain team or this or that. I can't even tell you how many times I've watched games where they say, you couldn't have scripted it any better. Or in 2014, I remember the World Series said, scripted with pride in the very beginning. I mean, they're telling you, and just watch for how many times they actually use numbers and whatever else in regards to what they're talking about. They're giving you clues and they're laughing about it. They're laughing in your face that you don't understand what is going on. So I'm going to leave it there. Well, actually, one last thing. You know, I haven't been posting anything on Facebook, but I went to TNT NBA or something on Facebook because I saw this thing about Kobe and the Oscars, and I wrote a big thing, and then some guy wrote, you have too much time on your hands. But really, it doesn't take that much time to figure this out. And why would you be wasting your time watching rigged sports and spending your money on things that are scripted and rigged? You know, whose time is being more wasted, mine or his? You know, it's the dumbest thing of all time. You waste your time watching rigged sports, but you won't take the 15 minutes to just look at a story and see how it's scripted. So I don't know. Just wanted to point that out. If anyone says quit wasting your time, you have too much time on your hands. Well, they need to have more time on their hands and quit wasting their time with things that don't matter. So, whatever. Have a good one. Peace.